Disney, teaching you not to talk to strangers unless they're hot. There is no way two men could even begin to take care of a child. Her real parents never even realized she was gone. Bullied so bad she started talking to mice. Wore heels to formal events. Marries sociopath who likes feet. Disney was so real. This one is different. He's honest and sweet and wouldn't do anything to hurt me. He's a guy. Are they going to live happily ever after, mama? No, because they are nobles in Revolution-era France and will be guillotined. You must be fun at parties. I'm sorry to say this, but it has come to my attention that in Disney's Descendants, Dopey the dwarf has a son named Doug, which means that canonically, Dopey has smacked. Snow White wearing a shirt of the thing that almost murdered her is such a power move. The only character in media I ever related to is Chef Gusteau from Ratatouille, who got one negative review one time, and it made him so sad he died. And the broken-hearted chef died shortly afterwards. If Liam Neeson voiced Nemo's dad, Finding Nemo would have been a very different story. Look at his face. He's so worried that he ruined it and messed up all their hard work, and she's just like, I like it. And that makes him smile because she loves him. I love this movie. And then 5 minutes later she dies, and so do I. If it wasn't for him being an attempted murderer, they would be a cute couple. Minor issues. My friend has this weird knockoff Winnie the Pooh blanket, and it's the most menacing thing I've ever seen. That's not honey. This is the Olaf my son waited for at Barnes & Noble. I don't even know what to say. Pixar throughout the years. What if cars had feelings? What if fish had feelings? What if feelings had feelings? Have fun, kids. I'll just be here listening to my tunes. Heavy metal music plays. Moana placing a seashell instead of a stone in the chief's monument. The next village chief who has to deal with his stone trying to balance on the seashell. No, this is not oddly amusing. This is oddly terrifying. Mute naked girl on a beach. Seems legit. I'll put a ring on it. Beauty and the Beast 2. Lost in IKEA. Because Bella and the prince need some new furniture after it all turned human again. Aladdin. A lad out. A people trap. Set up by a mouse. Everyone has trouble fitting in at your age. I know I did. I was a regular fish out of water. You? No way. No. She was literally a fish out of water. You don't understand. Cinderella's dress must have been very revealing if the prince looked at her all evening without being able to remember her face. Olaf was such a mood here. Baby, babe, baby. Oh yeah, I'm single. Math is math. Think dash. Think. Rat speaks perfect English. Bug speaks perfect English. Toys speak perfect English. Robot from future can't talk. This is an award-winning studio. Yes, and it adds character. It's amazing. Your happily ever after versus my happily ever after. Jesse, listen to me. Remember your training. But I don't have any training. This is basically what it's like to be an adult. The question that still haunts me to this day. What the hell happened to Mrs. Potts' 20 other children? There was something bothering me on Cinderella's 3D model. It's not that I don't like it, but she somehow looked different and I didn't know why. I just realized it's because she never had ears in this costume. I laughed at the scene as a child, but this is literally how I deal with my life now. How timely that my sister just sent. Wait, he's holding himself up with his butt cheeks. Questions if it's safe to ride. Has a tiger for a pet. Father wields a mighty trident. Amazed by a fork. Come out from work and Aladdin has taken up 2 spots. I'll show him a whole new world in a minute. And every last inch of me is covered with hair. Bro, please. We have reached the moment that this is weird and this is not. Imagine how shook the boys would have been if they'd gotten a letter that said, oh, by the way, your platypus died. He left you a hover car. Coming up with schemes with your best friend. Was this movie even real? How does an 80-year-old woman have the same cardio as a fit, athletic muscle man? This show, man. A dude turned into a llama. And you're questioning why an old lady is as fit as a muscly guy. Prince Charming is the best part of Cinderella 3. Probably because he looks vaguely like memes from 2012. Never ever, under any circumstances. Pause a Disney movie. Stop saying brave when you mean racist. Snapchat releases new filter that makes your dog look like a Disney character. In cinema, gloves are regularly used to represent hiding one's true intentions. Characters often seen wearing gloves are normally hiding something. Frozen is a perfect example of this. Elsa obviously uses gloves to hide her powers and doesn't show her true self until she discards them. But guess who else wears gloves the entire movie? Well played, Disney. Well played. With all the cooking and cleaning for 3 other women, how did Cinderella even stay up until midnight? I vacuum once a week and I'm in bed by 9 p.m. Please, be my wife, Wazowski. The amount of sass in this picture is overwhelming. I paused at the wrong time. I think you paused at the completely right time. My dad just sent this to me. Why does this lady from Despicable Me 2 look like a fusion of Pearl and the cook boy from Ratatouille? I forgot I did this over break. How would Mike Wazowski wear a mask? Like this, or like this. I didn't realize he had ears that looked like that. What? Disney releases $110,000 package that will take you to all 12 parks around the world on a private jet. Taylor Swift experience. So the whole plot of this movie hinges on the fact that she can't speak and simply tells the prince what's going on. Adult, do you know what college you want to go to yet? Me sweats nervously. Monsters University. Flynn Rider, the only Disney character to ever question why everybody is randomly singing. Civilians, such a great story of love finding a way. Veterans, oh hell no, she will wake up and claim assault. That plotting lady can stay in a coma. I'm not going to the brig. I paused Frozen right as Anna punched Hans, and now I'm crying. Forever Alone. Oh, it's something. At the end of Ratatouille, the food critic Anton Ego ends up funding a small bistro for Remy to cook in. The average lifespan for a rat, i.e. the head chef, is 1.8 years old. That is an absolute awful investment. Ariel was originally designed with blonde hair. No way, so was Merida. What he thinks no makeup looks like versus what it actually looks like. Disney World is reopening in July because they will not stop until they have killed everyone's parents. I have magical hair. I have ice magic. I have a 5-digit body count. Watched Tangled with my family and this brief scene showed up. No one understood. Why did she laugh? Why did you laugh? Hey, are you lightning? Cause I want to be your queen. Ka-chow. Marry me. You guys, what if Waternoose had his heart broken by a child a long time ago, and that's why he's so violently opposed to letting the other monsters get to know kids? Actually, this would explain the entire monster reality, because they have entire government agencies devoted to keeping the kids out. Someone at the top of all of this knows that kids are actually really lovable, but monsters can never befriend them, because the adults would hunt them down and kill them. The scare tactics used in this movie were for monsters' own good, but not for their physical health, for their heart. How my little cousin watches the movie Brave every single time. Ah yes, she is wearing a Merida wig. How precious. Finding Nemo, the Disney movie with no songs. Ain't they related or something? Even Satan doesn't want me. I'm back with more due to popular demand. Who knew these guys had the same eyebrows? At this point, I'm open for suggestions. Stop doing it! On my birthday, we went to a teppanyaki restaurant where they cook in front of you, and after he finished cooking, our chef was like, I have a tiny little chef that tells me what to do, and pulls out a Remy figurine thing out of his hat. He was wearing the hat the whole time and it had a rat in it. What I see at Disney's magical fireworks, what I capture with my phone, or haunted burning castle. Anna has the superpower of changing clothes in 3 seconds. 3 seconds later. I want the Disney prequel about these two. I know there's a history there, and a fallout. As soon as mum gets home, did you bring me anything to eat? Me, has the happiest experience of my life. My brain, nothing. Me, waves at someone who wasn't waving at me. My brain, a core memory. Did you know Agent P and Perry the Platypus are the same? No, I didn't. What? They are? In Toy Story 2, Andy's hat goes with the Jessie doll. We all know someone who would love this. Ariel was truly the most ridiculous of all the Disney princesses. Yo, they eat your friends and pollute your home. Your dad is not being unreasonable here. Hairdresser, what do you want me to do? Me? Just a trim, thanks. No problem. Me. Look at the detail in her hair. I read that they created an entire supercomputer program to make each strand of her hair move the way it should with her body. Like, 2 years of this movie production was dedicated to her hair. I really do hope someone who worked on this has a Tumblr and is sat with a single tear in their eye, whispering, they noticed. It was all worth it. Every single day. Thanks guys. So long, partner. And this is the moment an entire theater filled with adults and teenagers started crying. Notice how Gothel checks Rapunzel's hair first, not Rapunzel. Notice how Gothel's a huge witch. Your internet connection is unstable. Okay, well my internet connection can join the club. Meet Princess Tiana, the first Disney princess with a job, business plan, and seasoned food. Everyone always asks, where is Perry? But never, how is Perry? We've all been there, Belle. Someone who's never seen Phineas and Ferb, explain what's going on in this picture. Hell, promo art for Toy Story 4 literally summed up the whole movie. I did laugh when I saw this in theaters because it was very real guilt tactic parents use and it's 100% effective. It's called gaslighting. You are not leaving this tower, ever. Oh great, now I'm the bad guy. There's a picture of a dog meeting Pluto, and the dog looks so hyped to meet him. Why do you keep opening the fridge? Me? There may be something there that wasn't there before. That awkward moment when you leave your back door open and Disney characters come into your house. There's only one Disney princess that kisses the villain of this. What? Everyone seems to forget that Ariel is the only Disney princess who became a mother raising her 12-year-old daughter, Melody. Why isn't Disney karaoke a thing? I have a very specific set of of skills that is going to waste. I love how the Disney fandom is always so cute and happy, but the minute someone messes with them, they jump on their magic carpets and fly around the offender like hawks, shooting at them with arrows and explosive pixie dust. They sing as they hunt you, too. Let's get down to business. Our frying pans are always ready, Warcry. Nobody, me, ever think about no, I do not want to think about the Hercules, and Apple corrected them. Honey, you mean Huncules? Autocorrect got it right for once, because how else would you go to the bookstore? Things we learned from Tangled. You can defeat a whole army with a saucepan. It's okay to run away with strange men. A girlfriend made of ice. She's perfect. A platypus? Perry the platypus? Perry, I've got a build just like a duck. I hope our friendship brings you luck. You know what? Atlantis had no right to draw them ladies like that. None. In Lilo and Stitch, 2002, a poster for Mulan can be seen on Lilo's sister's bedroom wall. Me, when someone tries to explain math. What happens when the whistle blows in 5 minutes? I get a timeout. Everyone goes to lunch, which means the scare floor will be painted. You know you're getting old when you watch The Little Mermaid, and when Ariel says, I'm 16 years old, I'm not a child anymore. And you're just sat there like, yes you are, stop it young lady, stop it. Dad, I love him. Bro, you don't even know him. The day you start agreeing with the parents and kids movies is the day it's all over. So Bella and the Beast got married, and they have to buy all new furniture since half their castle turned into people. Cinderella must have some messed up feet if her slipper didn't fit anyone else's foot in town. Person gets hurt in a movie. Whatever, they were annoying anyway. Dog gets hurt in a movie. Yeah, cause dogs do nothing wrong. Humans are aware. Dogs, not so much. I know who you are, do you? You're my fairy godmother. Maleficent looked so done. Like, bro, I'm a bibbity boppity boop, your kingdom come. Thinking about how Gravity Falls predicted DDLC and FNAF in the same episode, my wisdom is both a curse and a blessing. Why do I keep getting late night realizations and ideas? It's interesting to think about this parallel, considering that the scene from Tangled is scored by the song Kingdom Dance, and then Elsa is in a kingdom of isolation, and she's dancing on her own. Don't forget to drink water and get some sun, because you're basically a houseplant with incredibly complicated emotions. Completely overwhelmed? Will do. Stress level. Troy choosing between singing and basketball. Frozone. Jack, Elsa, I've never seen the thing on the top right. What is that? I decided I wasn't kidding. The secret of the incredible Frozen Guardians. I wouldn't mind at all if this becomes a thing. Someone please make this a thing. The Justice League. This picture I took of Gaston is gonna make me poop when you're having a good time, but still thinking about all the stuff you're putting off. Brave, the video game. In the Brave title, there's a hidden Merida and Eleanor. Do you ever sleep, Pixar? I mean, seriously, find someone who looks at you the way Beast looks at Bella with her book. Frozen is the first Disney movie to deal with sibling relationships and not romance. Is that an example or a reaction? Yes. Whoever did this is pure evil. When you miss the last step on the stairs, don't you people realize we're living in our own shit? Oh, hey, shh, here he comes. Nicely done, Pixar. Disney villains arguing. That pumpkin has had enough with them. I'm out. I'm out. This is the best joke Disney has ever made. Life isn't some cartoon musical where you can sing a little song and your inspired dreams magically come true. So, let it go. Doors in the tower. Another subtle sign of abuse in Tangled. Mother Gothel's bedroom has a door and Rapunzel's does not. This means that Rapunzel is never able to lock her out, but Gothel always had that option. Parent, why do you tell everyone your favorite color? Kindergartner. It defines who I am. I love your hair. I love your dress. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Can we all appreciate that Judy found one of her most powerful allies through honest positivity and socialization with another girl? Pleaky was the original drag icon, always serving consistent looks. RuPaul in shock. Bruh. Hairy baby. Guys, I don't think you understand. This man has been a thief his whole life, but he just bought her something really important to her. Pixar, accidentally deleting 90% of Toy Story 2. That one animator with backups on her home computer. Your savior is here. I can relate to Alice. She just keeps randomly eating and drinking everything she sees with the hope it might actually solve all of her problems. My two moods. How have you been feeling about Disney's animation movies the past decade? I miss 2D animation. I'm watching the Lilo and Stitch series with a friend, and I only have one thing to say. Why Disney made Gantu so thick? The Minions have a huge weekend in theaters, extending problems for Disney. So you might say that Disney is on track for a very light year financially. Do you know someone with kids? Do you hate that person? My two personalities before making me do something stupid. God has given up on us. Disney accused of stealing Lion King, and the evidence is all there. Simba, Kimba, Disney. It's not stealing, it's permanently borrowing. Disney. We gotta keep Mickey Mouse safe and sterile. He's gotta be appealing to small children. Paul, I am going to make Mickey Mouse an actual gremlin. Do you hear me? He is a feral rat now. Disney. Brilliant. Look, a sponge and a starfish. There has got to be something we can make out of this. Oh no, that's ridiculous. Your move, Nickelodeon. Shade. How to be seductive. Head tilt, hooded eyes, raised eyebrows, little smirk. How to be evil. The same thing. Do you see the problem? This might win for favorite addition to my post. High school. A summary. Freshman year. A whole new world. Sophomore year. What you wanna do tonight? Junior. Let's get down to business. Senior. Hakuna Matata. This was my favorite line in the movie. Excuse me, I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger. The word I'm searching for I can't say because there are preschool toys present. Movie opens with Flynn. This is the story of how I died. Gets married at the end. When Jim Henson, creator of the Muppets, died in 1990, Disney released this picture of Mickey consoling Kermit the Frog. But what if he's consoling Kermit because he remembers how he felt when Walt died and he doesn't want anyone to go through that alone? Do you want me to cry? Oops, too late. Me and the boys losing our 10th last game of the night. Who's the funniest Disney princess? Rapunzel. Get off the stage. I told this joke to my husband, and he immediately said, divorce. Selfie status while my homegirl chokes someone. Sure, I also might know how to make a fierce exit, but Kuzco knows how to make a fierce entrance. 2 a.m. goals. If Harry Potter was made into a Disney movie, perfection. Should I do more Harry Potter memes? I can't express my love for this. I couldn't figure out why Eugene was hiding, then it hit me. I never realized this until now. In The Lion King, when Zazu tells Simba that he and Nala are betrothed, Simba says, when I'm king, that'll be the first thing to go. In TLK2, Kiara isn't betrothed to anyone. When Simba talks about her becoming queen, he never mentioned a king. Inspired by the Disney Pixar animated film, Cars 2, the video game lets players jump into the Cars 2 universe with some of their favorite Cars personalities in exotic locations around the globe. Popular user-defined tags for this product, not safe for work. World War II, mature, dating sim, war. Why can't guys ever look at me like this? Because just like Rapunzel, you aren't looking at them when they do. You, my friend, have just opened my eyes. Dear everyone who thinks no one notices them. Guys, this is off topic and I don't want to be that person, but no, be that person. Be that person. Anyone look familiar? If it's hard to tell, at least 4 of the people Syndrome killed were at Bob's wedding. Mr. Incredible wasn't watching supers get killed, he was watching his friends getting killed. People he trusted enough to share his secret identity with. People he trusted enough to share his wife's secret identity with. Hell, our poor boy Gazerbeam got a front row seat with Edna and the NSA agent. That's usually reserved for family only. Doofenshmirtz is a bad villain, but a great dad. Doofenshmirtz does all of his evil schemes to vent, expressing his suffering and tragic history to Perry the Platypus, the only one in his life who actually listens, making peace with his past so that he gives his daughter everything he never had, breaking the cycle of abuse and neglect and making him the greatest father of all time. For Atlantis, Disney needed a new language for the Atlantean people. To do this, Disney hired Mark Okrand, the man who also created the famous Klingon Vulcan for the Star Trek series. In the Atlantean language, Mark's main source for its roots and stems of its words are Proto-Indo-European, but as Okrand also described it as being the Tower of Babel, or root dialect for all languages in the world. He also used ancient Chinese, Latin, Greek, Biblical Hebrew, along with many other ancient languages, or their reconstructions. As such, you can actually learn to write and speak this language. This film is so underrated it hurts. Today I had a man tell me that I obviously wasn't very good at my classical studies degree because Zeus only had one son, Hercules. His source was the Disney movie, Hercules. It would have been easier to list the son Zeus does not have. What a timeless sequence from Tarzan, 1999. Hey, remember when Disney set up their final animated 2D movie for failure by releasing it the same day as the Deathly Hallows Part 2 with absolutely no advertising and then used the poor box office numbers as an excuse to shut down the hand-drawn animation department forever? Trump's voice. And we hear he's coming, Disney folks. Moo. Yes, he's coming for Disney World. The happiest place on earth. Not anymore. Moo. But we love Disney World. We love the rides. We love the fun. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. I never cared for Goofy. Who gave you the right to do this and then cut up onions and throw them in my eye? Oh my, you're such a little toddler. Say, that's what I'm going to call you. Todd. You know, Todd, I'm not going to be so lonesome anymore. Lilo was peak with little girl representation. Like, all weird Disney characters just fall under cute, quirky. No, Lilo was it. She gave peanut butter sandwiches to a fish because it controlled the weather, the range. If Buzz had never accepted he was a toy, he would have been totally stoked about Sid sending sending him back to space using a rocket. I swear, Buzz is just stupid. I'm sorry. I prefer Woody. No, my favorite, what's his name? Wait. Oh yeah, Bullseye. Bullseye was my favorite character in the whole of Toy Story. I used to get the toys, you know, the Disney toys. I used to be obsessed with them. All the time I'd play with them. Don't know where they are now. Remember when Zendaya did that? This dress is so ugly. I'm sorry. I've been holding it in for years. You're telling me they're played by the same person? Yes, it's called being an actor. I've been wanting to meet Peter for years. Last week my parents finally took us all to Disneyland. I saw Peter and immediately ran up to him and waved, saying he was my hero. He grabbed my arms and saw my scars and frowned. He quickly said, no, you have battle scars. You must have fought off a lot of stinky pirates. You, princess, are my hero, and bowed and kissed my hand before hugging me tightly and whispering, "You're beautiful, please stop," in my ear. I cried the rest of the whole day. Turning red is cringe because 13-year-old girls don't... Let me stop you right there. When I was 13, I wrote a story about how Legolas fell in love with me, and how I went to Middle-earth, and then Aragorn also fell in love with me. We are cringe. We are legion. When I was little, I wanted to grow up to be a Disney princess, but I'm pretty sure I just became Yzma. So my friend went to the parks dressed as Anna. And this was Anna's reaction upon spotting her in the crowd. I feel like these two would have a lot of trash talking to share if they ever got together for a boys' night. I personally think Cinderella should have lived a happy life with all of her animal friends, rather than settle for a man who had her try on a shoe because he couldn't recognize her without makeup. Well, here's your precious princess. I always loved this part because it means that Maleficent had to be like, okay, I'm gonna cover her with my cape. And when they go where she is, it'll be like, boom, ta-da. Being evil takes planning. People are what they... Oh no. No, you can't curse in a Disney film, mate. See, I told him. The way he puts his hands behind his back. It's like he is a little toddler who is just tattletaled and some other kid and feels really proud of himself and looks to the teacher because he feels like he deserves a well done sticker on his face. Your birth month is your Disney sidekick. I'm July, so I get that I get that cup. I really wish I was August though. I love Cinderella. I'm pretty sure that's from Cinderella. You know the cheese scene with all them. That in any movie, I'm gonna be honest, in any movie, that is like one of the most nostalgic pieces of media I have ever consumed.